Right, so he hits his 3. Okay. He's got his squat jumps now. Okay, so again, biomechanically similar to what we're doing. Okay. And then his rapid hip extension. He's now going to go into a goblet squat. Now he's going to use 100. It's not 100. Okay. He hits his 3 there. Right now he's going to get his accelerated work. Okay.
He did a 100-pound dumbbell that fast?
Yeah, you see that? Right, so he's going to get quick here. Now what we're looking for is get off the ground quick. Right, so minimize ground contact. Right, so again, in what post-activation potentiation is doing is we have the ability here for that 5 to 30 minutes, right, of work here, we can produce maximal force. Right, so he has the ability to produce more force because he has greater motor unit recruitment. Right, coming after this heavy loaded work. That's why we're doing it. Right? So we put him in there, he's going to produce more force into the ground, right, in a shorter amount of time, right, because his body's deloaded, right? He's going to hit it quick and get off the ground, right? So go around, do it again, slow ground contact like we did one day. Right? So you can see the difference. So he's kind of taking time in the ground here, right? And he's not, his velocity work, we're trying to create as much force as quickly as possible, again, right? And we're trying to stay in that optimal zone. Right? So if we're spending too much ground contact time, right, we're not getting the optimal work that we needed. Right? So pay attention to that stuff if we're moving into that method.
No,
okay?
it's not helping.
Sling slide out here, stack dynamic,
Quick ground contact
deadlift.
of a contrast method. But when he's grabbing those straps, he's doing an amortization.
We don't have a lot of dumbbells to throw out. We don't have tanks in our racks, things like that. So maybe one day we'll get them, but who knows. So again, we got to get quick. Right, we've got an hour to train with the team here. Right, so we're going to put the bands, we're just attached right on the bar. Right, it works great. Okay, so we get him into he's in his deadlift position. Again, he's going through his accommodated resistance. We want him to pull quick as he stands. Okay, normal deadlift technique and so forth. Right, so we can put this on our tendo unit. Right, and he should be pulling at the same velocity. Right, because the load is getting heavier, right, his velocity is increasing. Okay, good, that's good. Right, so something simple, right? But again, moving in that accommodated resistance concept, right? So that the load is changing throughout the range of motion, but his velocity is forced to accelerate through the whole entire thing. Okay? Sub-max method would just mean no bands, right? So we get the idea in terms of what's happening there. What can happen is if we're not moving rapidly, right? Our velocity of movement might be down. Okay? All right. So we've got moving into what do we got next up here? Gotta keep getting organized here. Alright, so we're going in clean progression. I think that's what we got then. We got a static holds. Right, so go length on here. Okay, so we're gonna start here. Static holds. Right, so right now we've got field hockey, men's soccer, that I'm working with. Strength-wise, we're not very strong, and we're getting there, but we're not very strong. We got a lot of young athletes in. Right, so as our work, we take about 3 to 5 minutes every lift and go through our progressions here. Right, so this one here, we're going to be looking at just a static hold. We're in a static hold power position. Okay, so we're going to have more of an upright torso here, and then we'll transition it down. Right, so we're going to say, so what we'll do is we'll have a line. Right, everybody's up. I actually have 14 bars, so I've got almost everybody going at the same time. Right, I've got him in the front, one behind him. Right, in men's soccer, I've got about 30, so I've got another one behind them doing their kneeling jumps. Okay, and that's how they're rotating in. So he's going to go static hold. Right, I'm on the call. Say, stand up. Ready, down. Good. He sits and holds. He's in good posture. Right, he's locked out here. He's tight here. Right, he's in that power position. Good. Relax. Right, ready, down. Good. And they're in that position. Okay, so something simple, but we want to make sure, can they get in power position? Do they know what it feels like? Right? Most people have no idea, right? If you say, let's move from the floor, they can't get into it. Right? So then we'll take it down into a hang. Okay, so he's going to go above the knee. Ready, down. Okay, so we can take it down in. Right? We can pull it back out of it if we wanted, from hang to power position. Okay, ready, go. And then move into the power. Right? So he gets into it. There's so many ideas that you can come up with, right? To make sure, can we get from here? Can we get into that power position as we're going to start to take that work up? Right? We can take it below the knee, right? We can take it off the floor. Okay, so we can static him from there, right? We can put him in the floor, so he's going to sit in the floor, right? So again, I'll just got a few legs there, okay, that he'd be moving off of. So we static hold him off the floor. Okay, so he's just going to sit. Time-wise, it's not going to be very long. Okay, we might say 5 to 10 seconds max. Okay, most of the time we're about 5 to 8 seconds. Movement, relax, right? And we might run 3 to 5 reps and move on to the next station. Okay, what do you do? You can do front squat, like front squat hold. Right, so we'll static up top just to make sure that we can get into it. So can you get into that static hold position? Right. Again, we've already probably progressed through our front squat progression, so we know how to front squat. Right. Again, we just want to make sure, can we get into that? Can we allow the hands to relax? Okay. Sometimes some of us have death grips on the bar, and we're sitting here, we're trying to hold it here. Elbows are pointing straight down. There's no way you're going to catch your weight. Right. It's not going to happen. You got to be able to allow that to come and allow it to relax. Get it back. Allow the elbows to get high. Okay. So we'll sit here, hold in that static position. Right. And again, part of what we're going to do is you'll see some on the rack work for catching. Okay, so we're going to do some on the rack static work, static dynamic catches on the rack, and then dynamic rack, or dynamic off the rack. Okay. All right. So first here we'll go ankle. Let's take that's a little bit of training. We're training. We're going through training aspect. We'll jump over. Okay. So again here, so we're going to take it into that same concept. We're going to start power position, and then we progress down to hang, and we work through that. So we'll say down, okay? And now we're working here. Our first one here, we're going to go into the pull. Okay. So we'll take. Let's just go from the power position to start. Okay. So he's going here into a power position, clean pull. So he's going to go rapid extension of the hip and into that shrug. Okay. Ready? Go. Good. We want to make sure triple extension. Get his hips through. Right? Some of us, we start to come back down. Ready? Go. Good. I can even let him relax up top, relax up. I'll say, ready, down. Go. Right? So that might be a progression. We start him down, then we progress him down, up. Right? And then I might just say, ready, go. And he goes through the whole motion himself. Ready, go. Good. Okay. All right, so progressing into our clean high pulls. Okay? Well, let's back up a second. If we want to take him, we can take him into the hang. He can go through the whole thing, go through one thing in the hang. Right? He gets down into it, he goes through the whole process. Right? We get segmented if we wanted. Right? So he takes it down into the hang, gets into power, and then goes. And we'll show you that here when we work off the floor. Okay? There's a ton of ideas that you can work off of if your athletes are struggling. They're going to struggle. It's a technique-based lift. Okay? I can guarantee you they're going to struggle. It's going to look hideous. Right? So right now we're not even cleaning. Okay, our guys. Our main list right now is squat and rack pulls. Okay, so we rack pull below the knee. Make sure that once we get into that, we can hold that load, right, and squat. And we're front squatting right now. So their technique work leading in for 3 to 5 minutes. We do this every single day. Okay, so when we get to that phase, we're ready to rock and roll. Okay. All right. Let's go into Let's go into the high pull. Go into the hang high. So once he's ready, some progressions can go into it. Just go right into it. There you go. Right into hang high pull. Okay. Now I can be off cadence if I want to see everybody. Right? If we're advanced and ready to go, right? That's my management style. Okay? So I want to see cadence. Right? So I've got everybody out. I'll say ready, down, and go. Okay? It gives me opportunity. If I need to sit here and talk, or one of my assistants needs to move in and talk to somebody, they can easily do that. Right? I can see everybody. I'm not, oh, he's going, and so-and-so's going over there. I can see, if I can stand back, I can see 3 or 4 people on one line at a time and see who do I need to get to that needs to work. Right? Somebody needs to get out over the bar more. Right? Somebody needs to get their hips through a little bit more. Right? Let's take it, get up onto our toes. Get the hips through. Right? As we go, we're going to increase load and pressure. You're going to see it happen much, much faster as we go. Okay? Alright. You're going to go dynamic rack catch. Let's do it. Yeah, do it here. Sorry, you should be okay with that. Okay, so we're going to start in the hand clean pull, hand clean high pulls. Okay, so we're not catching anything. This is going to be the struggle. Okay, everyone sucks with catching for the most part. What we see. Right, so we're going to get him up tall. Okay, so we get him up tall. Right, hips are through, up onto his toes as he's just pulled into that position, and we're going to get him under. Ready? Go. Right. It's okay to make noise. It's okay to work there, but we're going to work. Can we get up and under that bar fast without the bar moving? What's the common error that we see? What's the common error that we see in clean? Where does the bar go? Right, we're here. Yeah, it starts to go out. We have that little loop out, right? It comes down here, reverse curl. Right, bar can't go anywhere right now. Right, the only thing is you can go around the bar. Right, that's how we're going to do it anyway. Right, so we get him tall. Right, elbows higher. Right, hips are through. Right, that tall position. Ready, go. Good. Right? We need to pick up this. Right? Let's try it back. Right? Let's get our hands up. You ready? And tall. Go. Go. Good. Much better. Okay? So that's on the rack. Once he's ready, you pull him off the rack. Do it off the rack. Okay? So just going to get into that tall position here. Right? Again, you might need training bars, light bars if you need. This isn't going to work. Right? Once we get in, some people sit up here. Right? So we get in there, get it tall, hips through, up under his toes, and he goes. Right? Gotta get clear. Right, here we go. Ready? Go. Good. That's better. One more. We'll make it work. Good. There we go. Good. Okay, so we take it on the rack. Once they have that, get them off the rack. Right? Then we can really start getting advancing into our muscle clean. So, actually got muscle clean. Now, what we'll typically do is we'll run them in a complex, right? Some sort of progressional complex is what we're doing. So, real quick here before we start, right? So we'll start in that static hold, right? Then we take it down into that power position, into the clean pull here, and clean pull. Then we take it down, right? We'll move from there, right? Now he's going to go into a muscle clean, right? So there's a little limited hip flexion, okay? So he's going to flex a little bit, basically getting to that power position, okay? And what he's going to do is keep the bar tight to his chest, right? He's going to violently shrug, right? He's going to see a little bit of that pull, right? And then he's going to get underneath the bar quick. Okay? Ready? Go. Good. That. Go. Good. That. Ready? Go. Okay, so it's very minimal, bar tight. Right? You have to be quick with this. If you're not quick through the motion here, which is where people struggle, right? They get up here and they're doing things like that, and then that's all about how slow it's going, right? So we're forcing you in this position here, in that power position, right, to move fast, right? You've got to violently shrug, you've got to pull, okay? Right? No hits really right now, a little bit in that power position, okay? All right, so then we move down into our actual hang clean, staying above the knee, okay? So hang clean above the knee. Good. Good. All right, so you warm down, you ready to rock? Alright, so we're going to tendo him up here. So you guys. Everybody see it? Alright, so we're going to look here at him, at his difference. The other day, we were training for like 3 hours just doing power shoulders. Why not, right? And, okay, so what we're going to look at here, so we got it set because we're running velocity in meters per second right now. So we're set at 41, so we're in kilograms, pretty darn close to that. Add everything up. Right, so what he's going to do is he's going to just go in the hang position. Right, you're going to go into your hang clean pull, hang clean high pull, and then you'll show us the hang clean. If you need to rest in between, we'll take a little bit of break. Okay, and I'll turn this so you guys can see it. Everyone can see where he's at. Right, and we'll get his meters per second score here. Right, whenever you're ready. Okay, so 1.02. Do one more. Pick that up again. Come on. Good. 1.05. Okay, so you got that 1.05. Okay. Rest a second here. Okay, so 1.05 is basically how fast he's moving, right? So, let's see what the next one does, right? So now he's going into his hang clean high pull, okay? Okay, so 1.15, we'll give you something. Okay, 1.34, not bad. Oh, good, 1.22, good, relax. Okay, so highest here was a 1.34. Okay. So now the other day, as we were going through this and checking his numbers and so forth, when he went through the clean, he was under what were you at the other day? You were pretty close to that, where you were 1.3, 1.4 in the hang high pull. When he got into his clean, he was about to go 1.1 to a 1.2. Okay. So in terms of force production, right? He's running a 1.34 or a 1.4. He's much faster, right, than he is with his hang clean. Right, so until his technique gets better, when he gets that rapid triple extension, right? We're not going to work him. We're going to drill him, technique him, get him on that rapid hip extension work, and then we'll progress from there. Okay? All right. So your goal here is to keep 154 for strong. Okay. Hold on. Ready? Whenever you're ready, you're cleaning it up. Right? Now, can you see his hips? We'll have him turn sideways. Good, 1, 2, 3, turn. Hold on. Yeah, so just turn. Nope, turn the other way. So the majority is facing here. All right, watch his hips. Can you see him? Not get fully hips extended. Okay. Good. Whenever you're ready. Okay. 1, 1, 3. Right, so it's tough, isn't it? You guys agree? It's not the easiest thing to spot. Right? When we slowed it down on video, right, you can easily see it. Right? Again, do we have that time? Do we have the, the capabilities to do all that stuff? Well, this made it very easy to see that there was something going on. We automatically knew something wasn't right. Right? Because we put the guy that you saw in the video, Dylan, he was one of our track throwers. He competed at the national level for shot. And guys are doing Olympic style lifting for about 3 years now. And his was, I think he was like at a 1.4, 1.5, but then his hang clean was like at a 1.6, 1.7. Right? So obviously he's moving much, much faster in the hang clean, which is where we want him to be. Right? And that's because his technique was of high quality. Okay? So if you don't have it, maybe something to look into. Again, we pick it up. I'm getting my cardio in. I'm moving from rack to rack. Getting the next group up, making sure that we're ready to rock. So you may not have them all, and we found American luckily had it, and they didn't want them anymore, so we bought them all. Right? But they get new stuff, so I'll brand new equipment. All right. About how much time do I have? About
5, 3.
3 ish. All right. 3.
Perfect. You're supposed to be in the day, man. It's just
All right. So let's go. We'll take it off the floor here. So working lift off. Okay. So again, just standard base position, making sure that the bar is close to the shins. In our movement, he's in his good position here. Again, we already had maybe our static hold here, right? We already talked about that. In his lift off here, what we're going to look at is sending his knees back, right? So he sends his knees back, takes it above, right? Just to about the knees, slightly above the knee, basically that first pull, getting into that relative hang position. Okay, so watch the knees go back one more time. Okay, good. Right, so as he's moving through, right, he's ready in that now. He's completed his first pull. He's ready to start moving into that second pull position there. Okay, so from here we're going to take the lift off to power. Okay, so he goes lift off to his power position. So he's going to clear the knees, right, and he's going to sit into that power position and back in. Right, so it's almost some people talk about a re-knee bend. I mean, if you teach like that, it's probably impossible to get through. But we've drilled that power position, so we're going to get into that position. Okay, so we clear the knees, right? That allows us to make sure that that bar isn't moving away from our body. Because our knees have cleared, right, that thing just continues to ride right up my shins, right up my quads, and I'm sitting then in power position. Okay? All right. Let's see where else here. Okay, so that same concept. From there, we'll just kind of move on. We can take it into that and then clean pull, right? So we start from here, right? We get into that power position here, and I say go, right? So I'll take you in there. So you pull the lift off, right? Good, and go. Right? We can take it into the clean high pull then, right? And we're slowing the process down, right? We start at the top, worked our way down, and we're starting back up again. Go. Good. And then we'll start speeding the process up. Okay, so we'll eliminate the concept, right, of that hang, that pause in the power position, and allow them to continue right on through it. Okay. Right into the clean pull. There you go. Good. Clean high. Good. Right. Right. So again, coaching-wise, this is going to take us a while. Okay, we're not going to magically do this overnight and be good at it. Right? We're going to have complexes, and I can show you back up there, some of the base complexes that we have. Right? So our first complex, it's the same concept. It's just we call it a down and up. So you're just taking it down and up. Right? So just take that down and up. Right? Then we go high and wide. Right? So we're taking that same position from the hang, right? Getting into that high and wide position, elbows higher than the hands. We're moving into that muscle clean here, right? And then front squatting. Okay? And just taking that same progression. We're going to take a progression off the floor, very similar to kind of some of the key aspects that we saw through that. But that would be the progression in terms of the exercises and how we're moving. Okay? So I've got it all on the slides. You can see like the different complexes that we use. Now, as we're going, it makes it so much easier. They start to understand the same terminology. They understand how the movement occurs. Right? So we can go and clean complex 1. Right? They already know what they're doing right off the bat. Right? So they're going to take into it. They understand what power position is, right? They understand what the down and up, and they just start moving. The biggest thing as a coach, right, we're looking at top quality movement. Right? We've heard it all day so far. Right? What'll happen is if you're not intent and direct in what you're doing, they'll start just giving you some of this stuff, right? Because it's the bar, right? Very light load. They'll start doing some stupid stuff in there. And it's an absolute waste of their time. It's a waste of your time, right? You need to coach better, right? You need to organize your group better. They need to understand why. We heard that earlier today. Why are they doing it? What can this do, right? And again, if we're on a cadence, especially early on, we're on a cadence and we're drilling the correct way every single time, that's all they really know then. Right? So for us right now, and we'll be on a cadence probably for, so we got 6 more weeks before we'll finally start moving off cadence. And the reason we'll start moving off cadence in the last 3 weeks, about 3 to 4 weeks, is because they're going to go home for 15 weeks. Okay? So I don't want cadence in there anymore. I want them to understand the movement patterns that they need to do off cadence. Okay? They're not going to have me around to do that. Okay? So we're going to make sure we prep them ready for that time. Okay? I think that's it. I think we covered it all. Questions? Anybody have any questions?
I noticed when he did the entire hand clean movement, his feet never widened, they never really left the ground at all. Some kids will stomp the feet, spread them out.
Yeah, I mean, in
really...
the technique we will. Like when we're teaching it, he will. There's other things that we'll do is we'll force him to keep him close, right? So that we'll keep him in his starting position here, right? Really make sure that he's really driving those hips through. Right? As soon as we widen, we start to get a little bit lower. Right? So it's just another technique